Hello, lovely, and welcome to the Essence of Expression podcast. Get ready to explore insights, lessons, practices, and wisdom from life for life. I'm your host, Arejay, healer, teacher, student, and sage. I'm excited and honored to have you with me on this journey. Let's dive in. The quality of your thoughts and your thinking process will impact everything. So, lately, I've been witnessing people, I've been across different spaces, so AI and healing and metaphysical stuff. And it's really funny because what's kind of been converging is the way people are looking at things and thinking about things, right? And so for like the AI space, I'm seeing a lot of people who are upset because they're getting these really, really generic responses that are crappy, and they think it's the AI. And it's not, right? A lot of the times it's the input that they're trying to use, because a lot of people are trying to use it like it's just this magic pill and I can put in minimal effort. And that's not quite the case. Like, now it does overall reduce the effort and the amount of time and energy that you have to put into things over time. But initially, you're still going to have to take the time to train the AI, to get it to understand, to get it to customize its responses and tailor it to what you're using it for, and like what the context of everything that it's doing functions in, right? And in like the healing spaces, I'm seeing people who are struggling with things, and they don't know why they're struggling with things, but the first thing they're saying about it is like, I can't do it and it's too hard, right? Well, okay, like if you're already telling yourself you can't do it because it's too hard, like what room are you leaving to actually explore it and learn to do it and to let it become easy? Because you're kind of slamming that door shut on yourself. So I just wanted to talk a bit about, how we're thinking, the things we're telling ourselves, and the questions that we are asking, because the questions we ask help to focus our thoughts, right? Our mind is really a wonderful tool, and if we ask a question, our mind is very easily, very quickly going to go to work answering and looking for proof and finding information to support whatever it is that we are asking. So if there's any bias in the questions that we're asking, the result that our minds are going to find are going to support that bias, right? So some of the things that we need to make sure we're doing when we are asking questions is, are we being as clear as possible, right? Like, is there ambiguity in this question that I'm asking? And a lot of times there is. Is there context? Am I giving enough context for an answer that's going to actually be beneficial and helpful, right? So I'll give you an example. Sometimes people just be like, hey, what's the best tool for video, right? To do what with video, right? There are tools to create video. There are tools to edit video. There are tools to caption video. What are you trying to do? Like, what's the end result that you're looking for? What are the pieces that you need? Because to just say like, oh, what's the best tool for video? You're going to get 50 million answers, none of which are necessarily wrong, but a lot of which are probably not what you need. So learning to clarify and contextualize questions can be helpful. Like, even when we're asking questions of ourselves, but it can also be helpful when we're asking, AI to perform a function, or we're asking other people for help or for their recommendation, because you know a lot of information that you may not be giving to whoever it is externally, or whatever it is externally that you may be seeking help from, right? And another, one of the other things that's coming up really, really strongly right now, I'm seeing it a lot and everywhere, is this, it's still a victim mentality that happens, right? Like this, why me? Other people can do this, and like, why can't I? Right? Instead of asking, like, what is it that I have yet to learn, or what is it that I can do differently, where you're giving a sense of power to yourself, like there is something within your control that can be changed, that can then change the result, right? Which is not what happens when we're asking, like, why me, or why can't I this? That's not a helpful question. And the way you're directing your mind is to literally find all the reasons why you cannot. So it's going to come back with feedback like, well, you're not good enough. You're not smart enough. You don't have, the resources. You don't have, and it's not putting you in the right frame of mind of like, yeah, it may be true that there are resources that you need, right? But what resources do I need is a very different energetic and focuses your mind differently than, okay, I don't have resources, right? Or what resources don't I have? Because now you're looking at it, you've already framed it in a negative. So the energy that it's carrying is going to be one of kind of like a downward pull, right? So by the time you get done with this list, like you're going to feel exhausted. You're probably going to feel somewhat hopeless, helpless, etc. Instead of when we're framing it with a positive and empowering lens, you're going to start to see the opportunities. You're going to start to see the things that you now can go out and get, or can start to ask about. It's not going to feel oppressive the way the negatively framed stuff will. So I just wanted to come on and share that, because I've just been seeing it like everywhere, and it's kind of been entertaining. It's been a great reminder for me, right? Because I know like I do it too. It's still a work in progress in a lot of ways. I'm really good at it, but that doesn't mean that I don't slip back into, not framing a question in the most potent way, or I don't slip back into like speaking to myself in an unkind way, like mentally in my head, right? But it is something that it's more natural for me to speak positively. It's more natural for me to ask better questions, more empowering questions. And when that slip back does happen, like I catch it quicker and I can correct it and move myself out of that down spiral direction faster, right? And I think that is always the goal, is to be getting better and better at it, right? And getting faster and faster at it and getting more natural, so that you can continue to grow and excel. But it will impact everything, right? And when you realize that it's impacting everything, that's going to normally be one of the reasons why you start to change it. Thank you for your time and attention. If you enjoyed this episode, follow the show. And if someone came to mind while you were listening, share this episode with them. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night or day, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.